What's up guys, welcome back to the plugin spotlight on my channel, and today we're going to be looking at the picked acoustic session guitarist by Native Instruments. I'm telling you right now, if you're a producer who's looking to expand their software instrument collection and needs something that is also going to be a time saver as well as something that produces a great quality guitar sound, please look no further than this. Being the picked acoustic, what you get from this is picked acoustic guitar. There is the odd bit of strummed emulation on there, but that is more for the strummed guitarist, which is a different software package altogether, but equally as affordable as the picked acoustic. So in this video today, we're going to do a quick run through the plugin. I'm going to show you a few different ways to use this to get the best out of it and your productions. Just a quick disclaimer for this video, I'm not getting paid by Native Instruments to endorse this software, so please hit that subscribe button to support the channel and any future videos like this. Right, let's look at the picked acoustic in Logic. Okay, so this is what it looks like if you have Contact Player. Also, this is what Contact Player looks like as well. But I'm assuming most people watching this video, if you are interested in this, you may or may not have Contact, which again is part of Native Instruments. The picked acoustic, I picked this up for £89, which I think is roughly around $100 in the US. And I believe this is good money well spent. So, how do you approach using this? How this plugin works is it has pre-recorded guitar emulations in different styles and patterns and in different performance styles. And you can trigger these loops by pressing keys on your keyboard, play the guitar in any key and any time signature you want. The signature does lock onto the DAW. It does have a sort of real-time feel to it because this software does lock onto the time signature of your track, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's try and get a sound out of this. So to search for your guitar sound, you'll need to go onto the search button here, click on it, and as you can see, a lot of different things in the song browser pop up, different styles. These are all different styles of guitar emulations. All the acoustic guitars sound slightly different, are processed different, or have different effects. We're going to go for the Countryside as it's the first one that comes up. So we got that selected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up this keyboard on here so you can display it, and I'm just going to hit a note on the keyboard. And as you can hear, a guitar loop is playing. Now to play certain chords, click on auto chords, and as you can see, it brings up which chord is assigned to which key on your keyboard. So if I can play on here and hit a C, and that is a C that's getting played. But a C on the keyboard, as you can see, it lines up with here. So this F is a C. And if I wanted to transition to a D, E minor, G. And as you can see, it does play real time, and you can sort of get a playing pattern going. For example, if I wanted to sort of change up the finger style, I can hit certain keys at the same time. For example, one of the black keys where you can have it assigned to a 7th or a 9th note. So if I hit C, and then 7 at the same time. Now you can change the pattern also by clicking on the arrows here to bring up the different variations of Countryside. Every single guitar emulation that you saw in the search bar does have different versions of it and different patterns, so you can mix it up a little bit. So if I go on Countryside B, as you see, it will sound different. Maybe go to Countryside C. Sound different. Now this is where you can really start to play around the guitar sound to get one you want. You have a search through it. It's no different to going like on Alchemy and looking for certain sounds. It's the same with this. You can look for the guitar sound that you want, and if we click on this little track here, we can actually bring up the whole window which has every single guitar emulation, every single pattern on here. As you can see, we have 194 to choose from. So sometimes it can take a little bit of searching, but you can definitely find the pattern you want. For example, if I wanted to get a muted picked sound, I can just click up here. And then let's go muted busker. See what it sounds like. And as you can hear there, literally just by playing that, I've just had a song idea for that, and that is the start of a song. So this is also really good for songwriting, and it sounds great in productions as well because you can edit all these sounds as well inside Contact before you even get into Logic to process or the DAW of your choice. So we click on effects here. As you can see, there's different pedals that you can add. We've got EQs, we've got compressors and reverbs as well. So good, and they all sound really good as well. I always feel like you've got more control if you do the effects actually in Logic, but there is a lot of good stuff in here, so I do recommend trying it out. So we'll get rid of that for now. And as you can see, we also got guitar settings where you can choose the type of microphone that you want it to be recorded in, so you can actually change the sound that way. You can create a doubling effect, which basically creates a stereo spread, and it pans one out to the left, one out to the right. And I think that's really good for picking up the guitar take and giving it a place in the mix before you've even decided on the panning. It's really good for multiple ways. But anyone who's watching this video probably knows what you can achieve from doing a doubling effect. And you can enhance that by using the stereo width, so you can go for really wide sounding guitar, which really pushes out to the side, or you can go the complete other way of it and have it straight down the middle. Just like that. And another really cool thing which I think is really good to know is the fret noise. You can actually turn the fret noise down on this, which is incredible, by the way, because anyone who records acoustic guitar at home or even in the studio will know that one thing that can be a problem on acoustic guitars is fret noise. I have a Martin acoustic guitar, and that actually is quite bright, and especially the frets, they really come through as well on there. So it's really good to know that if I decide to put the acoustic guitar into a track using this, I can literally just cut it out. And you can also, to try and make a more real feel to the acoustic guitar playing, you can also detune the acoustic guitar slightly, which slightly gives it a less processed, less sort of like sampled in quality to it, and feels a little bit more like you've played it in yourself. And then the last thing, you got the playback, which enables you to edit the guitar before it's even got into the DAW, so you can increase the humanize of the performance, which basically humanizes it, which basically makes it sound a lot more like it's been played by someone and it's not been programmed in, as well as adjusting the swing as well, depending on how you want the style of the guitar to complement the song, or however the song is in terms of the feel. Again, there's a really simple layout to this, but it's so easy to adjust things. And even though you have 194 samples to choose from, you can really still make them sounds your own. So I guess the next thing we'll try to do is actually record in some acoustic guitar and see what that does. As we will see in Logic, it comes up as MIDI. And now we've got a tempo of 120, and it's going to play to 120. Let's change the chord up. Maybe let's go down to a G. No, I don't really know what that was. And again, to make this even more on the money in terms of production value, you can, in your DAW, quantize some notes, and that quantizes the acoustic guitar so it triggers exactly on the note like that, giving you complete control over the performance of the guitar. The velocity notes, as far as I know, if you adjust them, it's not going to change the actual velocity of the guitar playing, because that's something you need to change actually inside contact. So the last thing I'm going to talk about, as I did want to try and keep this video as short as possible, is the other variation of the picked acoustic, which is the picked acoustic melody. Now, Joe, what's the difference between the picked acoustic and the melody? The melody basically is single notes, so this gives you even more control about how you want the acoustic guitar to be played. So you will literally be playing single notes. So if you play a single G key on the keyboard, you're going to get a single G depending on how high you got the octave up. So it's really good if you want to put in your own melodies for picked acoustic, again giving you so much control. And that differs up if you want to have your own strum chords you want to put in. If you buy the strummed acoustic, which is probably software for a different episode, it all works the same. In my opinion, this is an incredible bit of software to have at your disposal as a producer, because especially if you're out and about, don't have your acoustic guitar on you, and you want to do maybe a bit of songwriting or add some more production to your music on the go, this is an incredible way to put some acoustic guitar in straight away. And as you saw earlier in the video, it's a really good way to get song ideas down without having to go through the faff of setting up condenser microphones and recording the acoustic guitar, and it sounds a lot better than DIing as well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button to support the channel and future videos, especially like this plugin spotlight. And other than that, I will see you in the next video.